This is a webcast recording for modern European history. The purpose of this recording is to explain how to utilize the Chicago-style in-text citation system. When citing historical evidence, data in your paper, Chicago uses a numerical subscript system. You can see here a subscript number 1, a subscript number 2, a subscript number 3. As the paper continues, and you're using historical data that you've pulled out of approved resources, you identify that that sentence data is being used with resource number 1, 2, 3, and so on. The subscript is not a normal number. It doesn't have the same size as a 12-point font. It's a subscript. It's smaller. It's like an exponent in mathematics. And it's quite easy to add a subscript. As you're writing out a sentence and you want to identify that this sentence has historical data that you're going to connect to a resource, you just simply end the sentence with a period, and then you type in resource number 1. Highlight number 1. You click the subscript button with this X and this number 2 exponent, and then it shrinks the number into a subscript. And then if you were to continue typing, I have some text here, so it's not working out this way, but if you were to continue typing, you would need to remove the X subscript button to be able to return your cursor to a 12-point font. And you keep typing. In this example, you have a direct quote being identified. You would do the same thing. You would type in number 2, you would create it as a subscript, you would remove the subscript after the numeral, and you keep typing in 12-point font. Please note that anytime you use evidence in your paper, you must identify the resource that that evidence has been pulled from. So a direct quote is evidence, but anything that you're adding into your own language, even if you're paraphrasing from a resource, it needs to be identified numerically with a resource. These numeric subscripts then relate to your notes page. So number 1, Frank Kidner Making Europe, is where the evidence in this sentence is coming from, being identified with subscript number 1.